This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900.
Welcome to News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Today is Wednesday, January 19th. We're so glad you can join us here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Well, the Transportation Security Administration says that they found 83 guns in carry-on luggage at Harry Reid International Airport in 2021, formerly McCarran Airport. This is a new record from the 2019 record of 81 at that Las Vegas airport. Each firearm was found during a routine X-ray screening of passengers' luggage. About 18.6 million people were screened in Las Vegas during 2021, making it the 5th busiest airport for security checkpoint screening operations. Well, this morning around 9:30, Mojave County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to an area approximately 1 mile east of mile marker 39 on Stockton Hill Road in reference to a possible hang glider style aircraft that had crashed. It was found that the aircraft, a 2-seater Ultralight, attempted to take off from the Red Lake area and veered to the left, causing the wingtip to strike the ground and crash nose first. The pilot of the Ultralight sustained a broken left leg and the passenger sustained a broken right arm. Both subjects were transported to the Kingman Regional Medical Center via Lake Mojave Rancho's ambulance for treatment. Both males were wearing helmets and properly fastened into that aircraft. Well, a report of a stolen vehicle in Pahrump lands one woman behind bars where she faces several felony charges. Brad Francis reports.
Arkisa Jackson has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on 1 count of grand larceny of a motor vehicle, 1 count of possessing, receiving, or transferring a stolen vehicle, and 1 count of possession of a Schedule 1 or 2 controlled substance less than 14 grams, all felonies. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to a Pahrump home Monday morning for a reported auto theft. The victim told officers a woman he knew by the name of Fortune had stolen his car. He said she was at his home the night before, assisting him with his neuropathy, and that when he woke up from a nap, he noticed the keys to his 2014 Cadillac were missing. He then discovered that his car was gone too. The vehicle was equipped with OnStar, which helped deputies locate the car at a home on West Hour Road. As officers investigated, a woman who identified herself as Arkisa Jackson came out of the home. When speaking to deputies, she confirmed she also goes by the name Fortune. According to the arrest report, she was carrying the keys to the victim's car in her right hand. When officers explained they were there to recover the stolen vehicle, they say Jackson denied stealing the car. Nonetheless, she was placed under arrest. During a routine search incident to arrest, officers say they located a substance in her pants pocket, which a field test determined was methamphetamine.
Thanks so much, Brad. Well, the U.S. Department of Agriculture have announced that the department is making up to $10 million available to help people living in rural towns develop community renewable energy projects that will help them cut their energy costs and contribute to the nationwide effort to reduce pollution that contributes to climate change. These funds will be targeted to help people who live in communities that have been historically underinvested or disinvested. The USDA is making the funds available through their new Rural Energy Pilot Program to help the people of rural America build back better, stronger, and more equitably than ever before. Prospective applicants must inform the agency by submitting a required letter of intent prior to the submission of a complete application. The letters must be submitted via electronic upload to a secure cloud vault by 11:59 on April 19th of this year. Submission guides and submission information are available on the USDA program's website. News 25 will return right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Sunset Valley Pools. For quality service and supplies, call 775-513-4114.
And thanks to the generosity of a Las Vegas landowner and the collaboration of community leaders, Ronald McDonald House announces plans to build a second location in the Las Vegas Valley.
We are here today to make the very exciting announcement that we plan to build a second Ronald McDonald House right here on the land that we're standing on right now.
Ronald McDonald House CEO Allison McCarthy thanked a kind-hearted neighbor, Clark County, Grand Canyon Development Partners, Novus Architecture, and Builders United for their roles in the design and future development of a new Ronald McDonald House.
The purpose of the Ronald McDonald House is that people can come and spend time with their families when they're in times of need, and they fit in the community. So this is a tremendous project because the neighbor next door here has donated the land and so many of the resources. The community really come together in order to help provide additional resources in order to construct this and bring it to life.
The new second campus is located just a couple blocks away from the original one, which has served families for more than 20 years. Last year, the Ronald McDonald House became a home away from home for nearly 200 families with children in need of critical medical care, providing them with more than 2,000 overnight stays. The new house will provide long-term housing for up to 8 families at a time and includes independent living units, a courtyard, play areas, parking, and an office for staff.
Located on the northwest corner, it's shown.
The Board of County Commissioners approved a zone variance that allows for the Ronald McDonald House to be built in this rural residential neighborhood.
And that motion passes.
I'm so excited to see this project move forward. When we had the vote a couple of weeks ago, kind of saw the dichotomy between a lot of the projects that we deal with on the County Commission and this kind of a project. Many of the other ones are kind of boring and the neighbors hate them. This one is awesome and the neighbors love it.
In fact, John Paul Kernahan loved the idea so much he generously donated an acre of land for the cause in memory of his partner.
I just want to say that Michael was the instigator of all of this. When we bought the property, he wanted to have only rights for kids, and of course that would never happen, but now at least something is going to happen. He wanted to do something for the kids.
To learn how you can help, visit rmhlv.org.
Fantastic. Well, dozens of Rotary clubs in Nevada and California are raising money and collecting food items to benefit their local food pantries, including the Rotary Club of the Pahrump Valley. Local Rotarians Roy Mankins and Eddie Williams say that they're asking the community to help them reach their goal.
Food drive is going to be on February the 14th at 1400 hours, 2 o'clock p.m. at the Nye Coalition, and that's one of the District Governor Betsy Berry's major projects during her year as District Governor. And it's going to be both our district, District 5300, as well as District 5330, which is in California. So it's going to be about a total of 160 clubs between the both districts that's going to be at 2 o'clock donating food or either donating financial contributions to the pantries within their communities.
Food supplies get greatly depleted during the holidays. All our local organizations need more help, so we're there for them. We have $4,000 set aside, which we're going to match with grants from the local community, from our patrons, from our citizens. We're going to give the money to the Nye Community Coalition, who is an expert at making sure the funds are dispersed to the right organizations. That'll give us $8,000, and we're looking for another organization to match our $4,000. We're going to take donations through February 11th, and that's a fairly short period of time, so we need as many people to step up as they possibly can. Let's make it work.
How do people donate?
Just write a check to the Pahrump Valley Rotary Club. They can come to be dropped off at Allstate Insurance at Kathy Wheel's office. They can be dropped off at Nevada Realty on Highway 160, or any of your local Rotarians would be more than happy to do it. You can call me at 775-910-9289 and I'll make sure they get them.
Good job, guys. Well, as COVID-19 continues to spread across the United States, physicians are issuing a reminder about flu season. They want to make sure people are taking the right steps to protect themselves.
We see people traveling more and getting into larger groups and in more congregated settings. And so we expect that the cases of respiratory infections, influenza will rise.
Dr. Nia Villas is a family medicine physician for Cleveland Clinic. She recommends wearing a mask while out in public, social distancing when possible, and regularly washing your hands. It's also important to disinfect any high-touch surfaces in your house. For example, doorknobs, light switches, and countertops. And if you have not gotten your flu vaccine yet, now is the time to do so. Dr. Villas says while it can't prevent influenza entirely, it can help reduce the severity of symptoms and length of recovery.
Especially now that our hospitals and emergency rooms are overwhelmed with COVID, you want to try to manage your symptoms as much as you can in the comfort of your own home. If your symptoms are not severe, then you should be able to do that at home rather than needing to go to an emergency care facility.
Since COVID-19 and flu symptoms are so similar, additional testing may be required to know which virus you have. However, Dr. Villas says a key difference is a person with COVID may be more likely to lose their sense of taste or smell.
Well, the Grammy Awards have been postponed and have decided to take the show to Las Vegas. The organizers say the traditional Los Angeles award show that was scheduled for January 31st has too many risks from the Omicron variant to continue the show in LA. The 64th Annual Grammy Awards will be held live from the MGM Grand Arena in Las Vegas on Sunday, April 3rd. Comedy Central's daily host, Trevor Noah, is scheduled to host that show. We'll return in just a moment with your Ask Angie report.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Being the daughter of a contractor, I know this one all too well. Home improvement projects can bring couples together, but they can also cause fights. In today's Ask Angie segment, Bailey Carson talks through some of the challenges of renovating a relationship and some tips on how to manage different options.
Making decisions with your significant other can be challenging, especially when it comes to the home. Bailey Carson, a home care expert at Angie, is here to offer tips on how to navigate home improvement and keep everyone happy through the process.
Handling a home project on your own can be stressful enough, but add in different styles and priorities from others in your family or friends, and it can be even more stressful. So, the first step is to align on priorities. Then do your research and understand what's involved, including getting multiple quotes from pros. Once you have all the information, you can align your priorities with all stakeholders and set a budget that you can actually stick to by considering all the different costs involved.
When working your way through your project, remember that compromise is key. Nearly 3 in 4 homeowners say they compromise on almost everything during a project, so go into it mentally prepared for it. Compromise will come into play in style or design, budgets, priorities, and even in who you hire to complete the project.
In addition to compromise, communication is critical. Before you start your project, make sure that you and your partner understand how each of you handles the common causes of conflict, including project control, design, finances, and anxiety. Discussing all these elements in advance will help you to set expectations and have a positive experience overall.
The best home improvement projects to work on with a partner are the bedroom, kitchen, and living room. If you can, start small. Learn how each other works on a smaller, easier, and less expensive project before tackling the bigger renovations that will have more of an impact on your home.
Taking care of your home is a necessary part of home ownership. But if you're not the only one living in the home, expect that others are going to have an opinion on it. Try to take projects and divide up responsibilities so that everyone can feel involved in the process.
The parts of home care that people tend to dislike most, dealing with the office, yard, or landscaping, can especially lead to conflict. So consider leaving some of these less glamorous tasks to the pros. Outsource some of the less fun tasks to the experts so you and your family can focus on the more fun parts of the project.
Even though certain projects can be less costly to do them yourself, think about whether you'll really enjoy it and have the time. Particularly if you lack the time, the tools, or the talent to get it done right in the first place, it may be more trouble than it's worth, and you should leave it to a pro. It can also help you avoid disagreements with your family, as well as any unnecessary risks or mistakes.
Do you have questions about your home projects? Tweet them using hashtag AskingAngie. That's hashtag AskingAngie, and you may get some tips in an upcoming segment.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside, we've got some clear skies and a lovely sunset happening. We'll find out what's in store for your weather right after this.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studio. So excited to bring you the weather this evening. Oh my goodness. Look, there it is. 52 degrees, Fernley and Fallon. Way up north, yeah, they got weather twins. Carson City, titch cooler at 50 degrees, mid-40s in Tonopah and Goldfield. Beatty all the way up to 62 degrees. Amarillo, the high spot at 68 with Vegas close behind at 65, and out to Death Valley, California, 75 degrees. It's not feeling too bad out in Death Valley. Here in the paradise of Pahrump, we're looking at 57 as our current temperature. Low tonight of about 37 degrees as the winds blow gently out of the east-northeast to 7 miles per hour. Humidity at 43%. Normally we'd see a bunch of clouds with the sunset at 4:56, but we did not. We did not. And tomorrow, well, look at that. It's starting to dry up. High tomorrow about 61 degrees, 32% humidity. Yeah, that's heading in the right direction. Low tomorrow of about 38. And as we head on into the week, what do we got? Sun shining on me. Oh my goodness. But what happens Friday? Look at that wind. We were expecting a little bit of wind, but they're kicking winds up to 23% average gusts, which means we're going to see some 30, 35, maybe 40-mile-an-hour winds. It'll calm down a little bit on Saturday and return to normal trim for the rest of the week. But sunshine, temperatures in the low to mid-60s throughout the week. Nothing could be finer. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, a couple of things. The VFW post up there in Beatty is trying to earn some money right now, and luckily a family has donated their 2007 Tahoe Suburban to help out. They are selling tickets for this, and once again, that's a 2007. There's 80,000 miles on this vehicle. It looks to be in good shape, but they are selling them for $100 a ticket. That vehicle is as is. They're doing a raffle, so if you would like to buy those one of those tickets, contact the VFW post up there in Beatty and purchase a ticket to help out that post up there, earn some money. And of course, the Flower Lady is open across from the Saddle West. That's Marianne McKelvey, and she has just opened up her shop. We want to let everybody know she is available, full service florist right now. The number is 775-513-7410. And of course, you can just go to her shop right across from the Saddle West. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.